over there.
Do you guys have a spare Rollins roster I can look at? Just maybe when they give you, you guys don't need it. You don't need one of these? Okay, you can have both then. I only need that. I'm going to coach you like Arthur. Damn it, Todd. You know the hand motion? No, I don't. We know this one. Even after asking him, I still didn't even know. Because he makes stuff up. Whenever you're ready. Okay. Well, for camera angle wise, you can see. Okay.
It's on. These are on. These are on.
Okay. So you know the questions I'm going to ask you?
Let me know when you're ready. Good evening. Welcome to Warden Arena, home of the Rollins College Tars. I'm Tyler Bronski with my analyst today, Clay Schrager. Now, Rollins is playing Tampa, who has a 23-1 record. And Clay, it'd be easy to mentally check out when you see the other team's record. But what makes Coach Robinson so confident in her team today?
She said last time that she did not think that the team played as well as they could have, and they still competed well. So that will be something that she will be looking for today.
And what improvements does she want to see from the first time they played Tampa to today?
Today, that she wants to see more blocking and more early attacks, so she wants to get on them early, right away.
Absolutely. Well, it should be a fun matchup tonight here at Warden Arena. Tars versus Spartans coming to you soon.
I couldn't hear myself. I was good?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Warden Arena and Alphon Sports Center for today's Sunshine.
And welcome back to Warden Arena here on the campus at Rollins College, home of your Rollins Tars. Tonight, the Tars take on the visiting Tampa Spartans. And Rollins coming back home after a road trip this past weekend in a tournament. Clay, what did you see from the tournament this past weekend?
I saw Rollins was able to pick up a win this weekend. It's great for them. It's good confidence. Their last game of that tournament, you want to get a win right before a big match like this against the number 4 team in the nation. So that's huge for them. And so getting a win allows them to have that build to know we can get these points and win today.
Most definitely. And Coach Robson has talked about how she's liked the way her team has played lately. Although despite dropping their last 2 games, played competitively, and you did mention a few days ago did get their first win in a while. They were in a little bit of a losing streak, losing 3-0 in multiple sets, but then able to beat Auburn Montgomery 3-0 on the 19th. So Rollins back home, I think they're happy to be back at Warden Arena and play in front of their home crowd. Yeah, it's always fun to have your home crowd behind you in a big game like this, and when you feel more, I don't want to say at home to overuse the word home, but you feel comfortable here. You know you have your fans behind you. You know the court. You know the building. And that's a huge advantage to the Rollins Tars. They say home advantage for a reason. So Rollins back home tonight. And their starting lineup will look a little different tonight. Candace Doxey getting the start along with Kiara Tirado, Alondra Rodriguez, Rachel Fletcher, Leslie Seda, and Rebecca Keene. And the Spartans will start it off. It will be Katie McKeel to start off this match. And that's the first point for Rollins, already going to Doxey early. We saw a lot of Doxey this past weekend, and she had a great last 2 games, setting career best. Yeah, she hit over 300 on the weekend, which was huge for her. That's a huge confidence booster. And we already see there, we talked about it in the open, how Coach Robinson wanted Rollins to get off to early attacks, and we see them getting an early point. And you see a little rally right now during the second point. And a great save by the Spartans libero, and they're able to get the point at the end. Yeah, that was a great hit. Fletcher was just unable to get there in time. It went right through her arms there. Good hit, good placement for Tampa. Here comes Nicole Dominguez, a junior from the Spartans, getting her first serve. Score tied 1-1 in the first set here at Warden Arena. And right off, Jen Meyer of Tampa. And Coach Robinson talked about how she wanted to see those early aggressive hits by Rollins, and she saw it right there. Yeah, another one. That's 2 straight serves for Tampa. That's immediately led to a point for the Tars. And we talked about in the open, you know, we see both of these teams' records, but they played well against each other just last month. Yeah, Coach said she didn't like the way that they played, but they were still competitive in that game. So we'll see how this team was going to come back from that, knowing that their coach had so much confidence in them, and that gives them a huge boost. And she spoke about aggressive hits early. They've done that so far. And the point will go to Tampa, leading 3-2 in the first set. And here comes Sammy Mueller. Set up for Seda. Quick adjustment by Tampa, but not quite over the net by Nyla Demps. So just need a couple more inches on that, right,
yeah,
Clay?
Yeah, Seda already with a block. That's her 3rd block of the season now, but that's a huge one, getting the score tied for this game.
And here comes Seda as well. Right inside for Rollins, great placement. You saw Tampa just creep up to the front right there, leaving the opening
Yeah,
back row.
Yeah, there's a huge opening in that back row, and she just had perfect placement of that one, getting it just inside the line.
Seda not able to adjust quick enough on that.
Yeah, sometimes your blockers, they're always great to have just to make sure nothing gets through, but at times like that, just the slight deflection hurts your team because you don't get a full hand on the ball and your body is out of position.
Claudia Rivera here to serve it over. A good push shot by Keene.
Yeah, that was a great thought from Keene there, even though not getting the point. It's just a little fake out and then a little dink right over the net just to keep the Spartans on their toes throughout the game.
Yeah, that's sometimes what you got to do. You got to mix it up sometimes. Sometimes set it over, sometimes fake the other team out and just push it over. Here's Dominguez again with her second serve. And that time again, mixing up a little backhand set right there.
Yeah, a little back forward to allow the ball to get more power under it as it's going forward. And we saw Dominguez, who served it, couldn't quite get the save out there to get the save to allow it not to get the point.
Game tie right now at 5 apiece. And now 6-5 Rollins, and it's already been off to the good start that Coach Robinson has expected.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth play right now. With volleyball, that always happens, but point sharing is going pretty not as much favored towards one team at the moment. What I did like, as we see the ball hit the roofing, as it's a free ball, but the Spartans do get the point there.
Yeah, and it is, once it hits the ceiling, it is still in play for both teams.
Yeah, and that's an advantage that Rollins has because they have one of the lowest roofs in the conference. And so they're so used to it that when other teams come and play here, if it does get that high, they don't know where the ball is going to go.
And Tampa able to get that point. But it's a good point, Clay, because we've done a few of these broadcasts, and it seems like every game there's a few balls that hit the rafters, but it's definitely an advantage for Rollins knowing that that's going to happen a few times. Here's Tampa serving it over. Great adjustment by Tirado. Tirado almost curling around Rebecca Keene right there.
Yeah, that was a great movement by her. She started on the far side, and then as soon as she saw the way the ball was getting played, she came and helped out her teammate to get the block to get that point there.
Yeah. Here's Rebecca Keene with the serve. Just a little strong.
Just a little bit too strong. That would have been a great placement if it was about 2 to 3 inches back. That could have been a nice ace to get them.
Even if it hit the white line still counts if it hits it. So
exactly. So anywhere but right off of that one.
That was set up for Jenkins. Jenkins again now hitting on both sides. This time Doxy, but it's a double block by both teams.
And Dominguez, I have to shout her out there. That was a great dig by her. That is her 369th dig of the season.
Oh my
that
goodness.
Leads the team. She is averaging over 4 per set.
This man knows his stats. Second serve for Tampa in a row. And that'll be over the net by Taylor Fossler. Can't extend those two hands over the net. Had to go straight up parallel.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's going to go over and no one's going to touch it, and at that point you just commit to it and you take the fall.
It's human nature sometimes, just instincts.
Yeah.
Here's Alondra Rodriguez. Set up on that left side for Tampa. Almost identical plays by both teams, but again, second time's too strong for the Tars.
Yeah, that's something in these first few games that we've been seeing is the Tars have been hitting the ball just a little bit too much, and it's been costing them a few points. But they've been having great offense so early, and it's been leading to only a 2-point deficit at the moment. but it's something that if I'm Coach Robinson, I'm not minding it. You're getting the early attacks, you're getting the play that you want, and it's allowing you to build that confidence.
Yeah, it has, for the most part, been very clean play, not too many unforced errors. As I say that, the last two plays have been unforced errors for Rollins, who's down 3 right now. Toronto blocked at the net. Still backward set for Doxy. And Taylor Foster able to adjust on that set to her.
Yeah, we saw Foster get a nice block there, not going over the net this time after she did last, and then getting the point for her team. Good play there early by the junior.
Tampa setting up. But it'll be a Rollins point. And it seems like, to go back to Rollins and Candace Doxy, it seems like they want to go to Doxy early. They just haven't been able to set her up for a good hit yet.
Yeah, they've been looking for her as a bad error there by Dominguez for the Spartans. Unusual to see that from somebody of her caliber.
That'll be an ace by Fletcher. We don't get to see Fletcher attack much anymore. She's been the libero for this team. Kind of a tale of 2 seasons for her. As the point goes to Tampa.
Yeah, that's Fletcher's 24th ace this season.
Just a few.
Just a few. So it shows that with her, even her switching to that libero position, that she's still able to get the same attacking power and help the Rollins offense continue to get those points and stay close in the game.
Well, that's her chance to help her team out right now on the offensive side, is getting those serving opportunities and aces like we just saw. Here's Meyer with her first serve. Rollins down 2 to the Spartans.
And we've talked about Meyer. She's an interesting case for Rollins because of an early shoulder injury. She had to move out of libero position. Am I wrong?
Actually, that's Fletcher who has the shoulder injury right now.
Oh, so they switched.
Yeah, so Meyer was the libero for this team to start the season. Now she's playing a more offensive position, but has had a lot of playing time in her first year at Rollins. Moving over here from Colorado down here to sunny Florida.
Yeah, well, Colorado, even that weather gets pretty cold. Being from the West Coast, it's one of the colder ones over there.
Sure, there's some white powder, as to say, some snow at this time.
Oh yeah, we saw the Denver game the other day.
Yes, sir.
The Broncos game, I'm sorry.
And Sam Schlesman with a strong attack right there, and that'll give Rollins their first lead in a while, leading now 14-13, a little bit of a run.
Yeah, even though Meyer did not get the save there, I'm sorry, she did have some great athleticism going for that.
And there's Meyer again with an ace on the left side. Sneaking that one through, and there'll be a timeout.
Yeah, that's Meyer's 18th service ace of the season.
Well, Clay, we've had a close game so far, just like Coach Robinson predicted in the pregame. Despite the records, what have you seen so far?
I've seen great offense from both teams. As we see, it's already 15-13. The Spartans were up 11-9 at one point, and now Rollins has turned around into a 15-13 lead. And I think that's credit to their service. They've had some great services, and their early attacks, as we heard Coach Robinson talk to us about. She wanted those early attacks, and we haven't seen much play where it's going back and forth for about 5 to 6 times, where each team gets 3 to 4 hits. And it's been a great fast-paced game. It's very entertaining.
Most definitely. It's been some great offense so far, some just great play in general. Rollins on a little bit of a momentum run right now, thanks to Jessica Meyer, who's had the last 3 serves. And they try to keep it rolling in the rest of the first set.
And Schlesman already with 4 kills on the day. That's amazing. 4 kills out of 15. That's almost 33%.
We might be saying her name a lot tonight, Clay.
We might.
Tars up 15-13 in this first set. Again, winner is first to 3 sets, game to 25, win by 2.
Except for the last set. If we go to a set 5, we're only getting 15 points, unfortunately. We'd want more volleyball, but...
Absolutely. Here's Linda Meyer again for her 4th serve. And just pushed over by the Spartans. And the run's over for Rollins, and here comes Tampa climbing back.
Yeah, and with this Tampa team, they're 23-1 on the season, number 4 ranked nationally, and when you know you're at that record and that ranking, you don't really waver when you're down early or anything. You have the confidence knowing we're one of the best teams.
And Rollins right there just hitting into the net. That was a tough play right there, as you only get a maximum 3 hits, and they were hitting that one from almost the out-of-bounds line if we're talking basketball.
Yeah, you got to hit it almost, what? It's 96-foot court, so you have to do almost 48? That's pretty long for a volleyball to get hit.
That'll be a point for the Spartans. Sammy Mueller going for the 3rd consecutive serve. Sammy Mueller, a highly recruited player just here locally in Florida out of Gainesville. Was named the 2015 Max Prep Player of the Week for Florida. And the point goes to Rollins.
Yeah, Mueller's been everywhere this year with 261 digs and 914 assists, averaging over 10 per set on the season for assists.
Well, Sammy Mueller's had a lot of success against Rollins in the past. Last season, she set a season-high 61 assists against Rollins. So I think she likes playing here. And
wow, that 61 assists is amazing.
And that shot right there, Alexandra Mishka. Bring the heat, Alexandra. And here comes the Spartans, Nicole Dominguez, as the Spartans are back on top, 17-16 in the 1st set. Or excuse me, I should say Claudia Rivera with the serve.
Something with this with this Tampa team, is they can attack from everywhere. They have 5 players with over 100 kills on the season already.
It's the element of surprise. You don't know who can beat you, and that makes it really tough for the opponents. Jenkins back in this game. And a great save by Keene. Jenkins again! And that's through. And Rollins will retake the lead.
Yeah, we talked with Madison Jenkins early in the season, and she was talking about how she's one of the few really extroverts on the team. But even with all the introverts, they're very they have a lot of vocal leadership on this team.
They do, and they just brought one of their vocal leaders right back, Rachel Fletcher. But you did mention Madison Jenkins. I mean, we can hear her up here in the broadcast. She's very vocal with her teammates and encouraging them. So that's always what you want out of your teammates.
Definitely.
Here's Alexandra Mishka with the serve. And a great save by Keene again just to get it over. A joust at the net. And Fletcher setting up for Jenkins. Cross court for that set, but it worked out. And that'll be Jenkins. First kill of the night. Second kill, excuse me.
And that's her 81st on the season.
We have Keene serving now. A great deflection by Tirado off of Fossler.
Yep. Fossler is one of those 5 players with over 100 kills. She's actually at coming into the game, she's at 184, so you know she has power in that arm, and great defense there by Rollins.
Great save by Seda going full dive, and Doxy this time getting to use her left hand, but just too strong on the cross shot right there.
Yeah, they tried a little fake out there Torado still jumped with the ball, but they hit it backwards, Rollins did, to set up Doxy.
See that lawn volleyball fools me every time, Clay.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't watch it as much as myself, yeah.
Might blink a couple times.
Oh, yeah. Even when you watch it a lot, it's still one of those things that your eyes don't get used to. It's kind of like a fake-out pass in basketball.
Game tied at 20 apiece. Spartans with the serve. Again, each set goes to 25. Set up for Jenkins, but she's blocked at the net. Second chance. And that was great anticipation right there by Torado. She's had now a couple great consecutive blocks.
Oh, yeah, she's been everywhere tonight already. We see her at 5'11". She's just able to get over that net with those long arms and just make sure nothing gets past her.
She's been an anchor for this Tars team, not just this season, but for 4 years here. She's a senior and someone that after volleyball plans to go to dental school after her time here at Rollins College.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how you think someone who's playing volleyball, possibly knocking somebody's teeth out, will be able to fix those teeth come here in a few years.
Love the effort right there by Alonso Rodriguez. Always one of the spark plugs for this team. No matter at what point in the game she comes in, she always seems to just be contributing and diving on the floor. This game knotted up at 21 apiece.
Yeah, that was great athleticism by Fletcher, too, leapfrogging her.
Keen set up for the push shot for Torado, and it's good. That's dead man zone right there in the middle, and Torado noticed that.
Yeah, Torado just kind of, like you said, pushed it, kind of dinked it over, thinking that she was going to spike it hard and did not do that.
And that's all about adjustment. Rollins up 22-21 in this timeout, and we want to take a time to thank the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting, partnering with Rollins College. Clay, we're both part of this program, and we've both had a chance to learn and get these reps and be a part of this great institution here at Rollins and broadcast for this team. So what are some of the experiences you've had since joining the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting?
Some of the experiences, the list could go on forever. We've been meeting with ESPN personalities. Of course, we have all these games that we get to do every week, almost every day at this point in the season, which is really nice because it allows you to get the confidence to be able to know once we get to a certain place, we've had the reps, we've had the experience.
You hit it right up, nail on the head. All these practice reps, they're invaluable. Rollins has become like a second home for us Full Sail students, and we really appreciate how welcoming the Rollins community has been and for having us broadcast these games because it's been fun for us.
Yeah, I think eventually if we talk to the right people, we might be able to put for academically on our resumes Full Sail University's Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting and Rollins College.
And we're back from the timeout. Again, Rollins up 22-21 in this set. It's been a fun, exciting set so far. And we'll see if Rollins can close it out. Here's Rachel Fletcher serving it over.
Wow.
Deflection at the net. Doxy. With the help of our friend Sam Schleshman.
Yeah, that was a great block there. Houghton got everything under that ball and still did not get past that Rollins wall.
At that time, a laser beam by Sorrel Houghton, who leads this team in kills with 334. Had a season best 23 kills earlier this season against the University of New Haven.
23 in a game. You got to be great like Mike.
We all want to be great like Mike. Doxy, left hand that time. Back to Houghton. Rollins trying the other side this time with Seda, but Spartans going back to Houghton. And they'll get it this time off the fingertips with the Tars.
Yeah, she came back with a vengeance on those last 2 points to tie the game after getting the first one blocked and unable to get it.
And here comes Nicole Dominguez, the libero for this team. Game knotted up at 23 apiece. And that is Sam Schleshman. The hammer down, and now Rollins 1 point away from winning the first set.
Yeah, I don't know if Dominguez was looking to have such a soft serve or not, but she wasn't able to get everything, and Rollins pounced on it there.
And here's Linda Meyer, who was serving when the Rollins had their great momentum. Let's see if they could close it out. Great save by the Spartans. But Spartans not saying, not this time right now, a double block to tie it up.
And now we got to wait for 2-point lead by one team to be able to win this set.
Great point, Clay. You need to win by 2 to win the set, and the game right now is tied up at 24 apiece. Two-hand push over there by Nyla Demps. And that's a point for Rollins off the fingertips of the Spartans. And here comes Leslie Seda, who just got that kill shot. Now with the serve.
Just too far over. That's not the first time we've seen that in this first set from Rollins, and something that in between sets Coach Robinson might want to talk to them about.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times from Seda, just a little too strong on her hits. Obviously Rollins likes to go to her a lot in her attacks, but just need to settle it down a little bit. The game back tied at 25.
A little miscommunication there, it looked like, between some of the Tars, and so they had to just make a save as Robinson calls a timeout.
And they're working with Rebecca Keene, who has been a main setter for them in the recent games. Wasn't playing much earlier in the season, but it seems like Coach Robinson has been playing these young players a lot more, like Rebecca Keene and a Candace Doxey.
Yeah, as we look at just Keene's stats just for a second, she has 15 kills coming into the game, but she does play a lot. She has 65 sets played, so she might not be the most offensive-minded, but she does have 84 digs, so that's pretty good.
Well, yeah, Rebecca Keene now not thinking much as the scorer, but almost as an assist maker. Rebecca Keene having 9 assists already in this game as the setter for this team. The main setter now, I should say.
That puts her total at 340 on the season.
My goodness.
As we just want to say, the referees tonight, referee number 1 is Pedro Garcia, and referee number 2 is Steve Scove.
They're making all the calls tonight. They're making the plays, whether it's for your team or the opposing team. Those are your two guys, Pedro Garcia and Steve Scove. And we're back, and talk about a first set. 26-25, the Spartans, and they have the serve, so they control their own destiny right here. And this will be Claudia Rivera. Jenkins. And that'll be a point for Rollins, and they're not giving up, Clay.
No, they are not. They want this first set. They want to keep that momentum going into the rest of this game. They want to pull off that upset.
You can see it in their energy and their eyes how badly they want this first set. And they're not going down without a fight. Set up for Houghton. Back to Houghton again, a push shot over, Linda Meyer. Houghton a third time.
Oh, just that time the ceiling hurts the Rollins Tars. But that was one of the longest games that we've seen so far, and it wasn't even that long of one.
It was a great rally by both teams. But that was a funky one for Rollins to lose that point. The ceiling not helping them out like you mentioned that time. Tampa again having a chance to win this set. Saved by Fletcher to Jenkins. Almost looked like a double hit right there by the Spartans, but no call. Toronto block. And the first set will go to the Tampa Spartans. Great effort by both teams, but the Spartans will take this one almost in overtime of a first set, winning this one 28-26. But boy, was that fun, Clay.
Yeah, that was a fun first set, and even if Rollins isn't walking away with the first set here, you have to feel confident taking this Tampa team 28-26 already early. That's a huge building blocks for the rest of this game for that team.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Robinson, I can take a lot of positives from that first set. A lot of good energy by the team as well, both on the court and from the bench. So if I'm Coach Robinson, I tell the team, keep your head up, keep the excitement, keep the positive energy, and let's go get in the second set.
Yeah, definitely. We saw them come out with a huge part of energy.
And we want to take a moment to let you know about Rollins Sports. Get connected with Rollins Athletics. Visit the new and improved RollinsSports.com for the latest news and information. And check out the TAR Sports Network for live video and audio broadcasts, as well as on-demand content. And welcome back to Warden Arena, here for the second set. Spartans took the first set, but in exciting fashion, 28-26 over the Tars. Rollins put a lot of good effort in that first set, but they'll have to regroup for the second set to get this game knotted up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, they'll have to come out with a lot more, not a lot more, with the same energy, but just cut down the mistakes that they were doing on their service errors, and they should be able to get that second set.
Yeah, it started off clean play, but then one of Rollins' issues this whole season has been unforced errors, and we saw that a few times.
Serving for your Tars, number 3, Alonzo Rodriguez. Serving for the Spartans, number 4, Sammy Hewitt. for Rollins, number 13, Sam Slushy. Serving for your challenge, number 8, Rachel Fletcher.
And looking to serve it over is Alexandra Mishka, and it'll be a quick point for the Spartans. And you see the Spartans bench every time their team gets an ace to do a one clap celebration.
One clap, one hit.
That's how they want it. And too strong again this time by Slushman. And you see Coach Robinson coming out, not happy with those unforced errors.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do unforced errors versus a team in this stature with Tampa. They'll capitalize so quickly on it, and it'll cost you games and sets and everything.
Say it again that time. Set up again for Seda. But just too strong again. She has a powerful serve, Clay, but it just seems like has a little problem delivering, just having it be a little bit shorter.
Yeah, something she might want to do is just get over the top of the ball just that little much more, because it's still delivering the same amount of power in her swing, but it's also directing the ball downward.
Absolutely. You need the ball to go more downward instead of more. Seda loves those cross shots, it seems like.
Yeah, I've been so early in this game, she's been doing it almost every time. It confuses the defense, because not only you're just expecting them to hit it straight at you, but the diagonal also allows you to aim more for gaps.
And Jenkins back in the game. But Fletcher not able to get the dive on that attempt, and now Spartans up 8-3.
Yeah, Jenkins tried to do something quick and fancy there, just hit the ball straight down as it was right in her path over the net, but wasn't able to.
Good running adjustment by Jenkins. And Slushman blocked at the net this time, but Fletcher able to set it up for Seda for a far shot. And those middle shots are always hard. You always like to get either be on the left side or right side, but Seda having to do an attack from the middle.
Yeah, Rollins takes a timeout here, down 9-3. This is a regrouping, something. We don't see the coaches talking to the players at the moment. This is kind of something to let the players talk to each other, let them make the adjustments. Coach Robinson has the trust in her team that they'll do that. So
And you can see it right now. Coach Robinson was talking to her two assistant coaches, giving the players a chance to interact and talk to amongst each other about what can they improve on.
Yeah, because as a coach, you always want to, as a player and a coach, you always listen to your coach just because they're the coach, they've had the experience. But sometimes when you're listening to your other teammates and seeing how the game is played from their point of view as well, it gives you a different perspective and lets you make the certain adjustments that you need to make. You see that a lot, and that's why on-court coaches are of players are so vital to teams.
And it's also accountability as well, accountability for yourself and accountability for your teammates to step up.
Yeah, we all hold the same weight here, and one broken chain doesn't work. One broken link in a chain, excuse me, and the chain doesn't work.
And now the Spartans will set up, leading 9-3 in the second set. Again, they took the first set and now already taking a commanding lead in the second set. Spartans traveling from the University of Tampa, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And Jenkins gets it off the fingertips of Houghton this time. And that'll be Jenkins' fourth kill of the night. Sam Schlesman with the serve. And just an awkward play right there by the Spartans.
You saw my face. I quite didn't know what to say at that moment, but it was great blocking and defense by Rollins there.
Fossler thought she was going to go for a hard spike, but had to adjust. But that time, that was a hard spike for the Spartans.
Yeah, it just stays inside the line as Schlesman subs out.
This is Katie McKeel. Luna Meyer diving for that dig attempt, but just not able to go straight.
Yeah, it looked like it just hit off on the right side of her arm and sent it the other way, unable to get everything on it.
McKeel, though, this time too strong on the right side, and that point will go to the women in white.
Yes, and something I've noticed is the TARS student section down there is up in the first row, and they are slamming on those bleachers every time Tampa serves. Trying to do a little psych-out madness.
Well, we talked about home advantage in the pregame, and that's what it is.
Yeah, as Tampa gets another point, just a nice soft hit there. There's a huge gap just sitting there right in the middle. Defense was expecting something at the wall, and it just went through them.
This is Nicole Dominguez, who's the libero this time for her team. She leads her team in digs, though, on the season. That's another point for Tampa. Rollins trailing by 7 as the score is 13-6. With Tampa up. And Nicole Dominguez again. Again, the libero for this team. Serving to the other libero, Rachel Fletcher.
Even though that wasn't an ace there, she's still a vital server to the team. She has 15 on the year coming into this game.
This will be her third serve in a row. And coming to the game is Nyla Demps. And this time, Jenkins' shot is rejected. Two-man block by the Spartans.
Unlucky bounce there. Just went into the entire left side of Rollins' court. That didn't allow them to get to it in time.
Dominguez again for her fourth serve. Jenkins set up for Tirado. Looks like a double hit called by one of the referees. And Dominguez again going for her fifth serve in a row. Spartans up 16-6. And a floater.
Yep. We saw her try that floater in the first half, or in the first set, I'm sorry, and in the second set, it's the same result, a Rollins point, and that breaks the 7-0 run by the Spartans.
And here comes Alondra Rodriguez for Rollins, number 3 for this team. Coach Robinson calls her the fireball for this team. We mentioned her as a spark plug earlier. So I think that nickname fits. And set up on the left side. Seda blocked. Doxy this time with the left hand hit. That was a spike party in that rally right there, Clay.
Yeah, it was. They were going back and forth. Great blocking up front by both teams. Just unable to get to that one was Fletcher.
And especially with Tampa, it seems like they've been anticipating Rollins spikes a lot more in the second set. We've seen Jenkins get blocked a couple times. Tirado. Seems like Spartans really focusing on their defense. And that time too strong again by Rollins.
Yeah, and you were talking about Rodriguez and how she's a spark plug for this team, and that's somebody that you really need at this point in time. It's 18-7 as Rollins calls another timeout, and she's somebody that you want on your team just to be able to motivate everyone and get everyone going coming off of that bench. You can get game day information is now in the palm of your hand. Rollins athletic game programs are now available on your mobile device. Just visit RollinsSports.com/gameday for the latest roster and bio information for both Rollins and their opponent, as well as schedule updates, season statistics, and game preview content. RollinsSports.com/gameday, your new home for game program content.
Yeah, you can know the same thing we know about the players, all the stats, all the fun facts, by just going to game day and learn about these Rollins team. And we see Rollins, they got the support of the women's basketball team right behind them, behind their bench. That'll be fun to call their game soon in a few weeks, Clay.
Oh yeah, basketball season's coming up. You've heard me make a few references throughout this broadcast. Man, is it a fun sport.
And that's the fun thing for us, part of the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting. We not only get to call volleyball, but we get to call all these fun sports: volleyball, basketball,
soccer,
baseball, and even lacrosse when spring comes. So we're covering it all, and we'll be here all season long.
You can hear a couple other students in our program at the soccer game as Rollins is playing in their final home game of the season tonight.
But make sure to stay with us for the rest of the time here, right, Clay? No.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Spartans again with the serve. That was very nonchalant right there by Rebecca Keene.
Yeah.
Just a little two-hand touch over. No big deal.
Yeah, she looked like she was dunking the ball. Another basketball reference. No, it was great by her there. She caught the entire defense off guard. They thought she was just going to set it up for somebody else, and she just dinked it right over.
Fletcher over the net.
What a spike there. That had some heat behind it.
Melissa Elias, no mercy right there.
Oh, that's coming into the game. She's at 118 kills, and with that one, that makes it 120.
That'll be her second kill of the night. And now serving Claudia Rivera. Good adjustment right there by Doxy. The set went a little behind her. And Slushman able to capitalize.
Her 6th kill of the night already in this game.
She's had a great game. Doxy coming out, and Meyer will come in to serve.
Yeah, she's going to be a key component if Rollins wants to make a comeback in this second set.
See if Meyer can bring the good luck again. And that time, it's Kamari Potter. And she'll be rewarded for her spike attempt. Oh, and they're taking her out. Sorry, Kamari. And coming in to serve now for the Spartans will be Alexandra Mishka.
She put a little magic on that one to get the point there. For all you Harry Potter fans out there. Had to get it in.
We love the pop culture reference. And Schlesman again. Close call, and it will be Rollins' point just inside the white line.
That actually was right on the white line, but of course in this game, that's inbounds. So that was great placement there by the Tars.
We had a beautiful angle for that one.
Yeah, we really did.
And here comes Seda, serving from the right side. Good serve right there. Oh my.
She's been looking for that all game, has Fosler, and she finally is able to get that ferocious spike that she's been wanting.
And Taylor Fosler pounds it home on that one.
4 points away from the set is Tampa now.
This is Jen Meyer. Excuse me, Beaumier. Jenkins again. And that time Fosler's on a roll right now.
Yeah, she's looking just to get this set over with, moving to the decisive third set, moving up 2 sets to none.
Yeah. Well, when Fosler does well, she hits it down like we mentioned earlier, something we like to see Seda work on instead of out.
Yeah, definitely she's able, and that's one of the things how she gets so much power behind it. And we haven't really, we saw earlier success, but not as much late now.
Too short on that shot by Katie McKeel. And Rollins will get a chance here. Trailing 22-11, not the way they wanted their second set to go. Schlesman with the serve. And right in the heart of the middle, wide open gap for the Spartans to attack.
Yeah, something that you have to realize and commemorate Rollins for is they're keeping their energy up this entire set, even though they're down by 12 points.
Katie McKeel, her second straight serve. Backward set for Tirado.
Great block there by Tirado, getting the point for Rollins.
That was a beautiful block. Went straight up parallel. That's what they teach back in the elementary days, so that was beautifully executed by Tirado.
Yeah, we saw her get ready. She turned around and looked at her team before it even hit the ground because she knew that was a point.
Keen over the net, and Fosler again. And that time she's just seen where the open gaps are.
That's Fosler's 6th already on the game, tied for second on the team in the match. So,
and 3 of them just in the last few plays, Clay.
Yeah, they are going for set point here, up 24-12.
And it'll be in the hands of their libero, Nicole Dominguez. Doxy trying to keep it alive. Great dig right there by Dominguez. And Jenkins not able to get that one. And the second set will go to the Spartans. Tampa will win that one 25-12. Not the set they wanted, and especially not similar to their first set. What did you see in that second set by Rollins, which was a little different?
Rollins had a few unforced errors there, and the power just came out of Tampa's hands that round. They just found their placement very, very well, and was able to put where they wanted it when they wanted it.
Yeah, it seemed like Tampa was able to find their groove very early in that second set, and we'll see if Rollins can make a comeback in this third set. So we'll be back after the break. And welcome back to Warden Arena here at the campus at Rollins College. We're here for the third set. Tampa taking the first 2 sets in this one. The first set, really fun set, Clay. Tampa winning that one in overtime, 28-26. But in the second set, full domination as they took that one, 25-12. Rollins trying to keep this match alive, trying to win this third set. And so far for Rollins, Sam Schlesman has led the way with 7 kills. While Tampa has been anchored by Katie McKeel's 10 kills. And we'll see how this third set goes. What does Rollins need to do, Clay, in this third set to just keep this match going?
They need to lessen their unforced errors. They had a lot of them in the first few matches. As we see, it looks like a libero switch for the Tars.
And that's a great point, as it looks like Alondra Rodriguez switching jersey, now wearing the black jersey, representing the libero, and seems like Coach Robinson is doing anything she can to mix it up and try to get a new spark plug. We've talked a lot for Alondra Rodriguez.
Yeah, and I think that's also because she wants Fletcher's attack to fully be in effect and to be able to win this match and get this decisive third set that is do or die at this point.
And we talked to Coach Robinson before the game, asking her, is Fletcher going to be the libero the whole game? And she said it's up in the air, and looks like we'll get a chance to see Fletcher in the third set, as an offensive presence.
Yeah, and somebody who we haven't talked a lot about tonight is Coach Chris Katanok for Tampa. His resume is quite simply amazing. As we see him getting up from the bench for one of the first times this game, he has not been doing a majority of the coaching. 2-time national champ, 4-time national runner-up, and 17 Elite 8 appearances.
You can see they're well coached, and they'll look to take this third and final set for Tampa if they win this one right now. And they'll start it off, Tampa. And that will be Marley Johnson, excuse me.
That's not the way you want to start this game out this set out if you're Rollins. Another unforced error. Just hitting it into the net, not getting it over.
We haven't seen much of Marley Johnson tonight. Coach Robinson really going with a different lineup in this third set. Really doing anything to mix it up. But that time it worked for Fletcher, and she'll get her first kill of the night.
Yeah, after being in a libero jersey for the first 2 sets, you see instant offense from her. Her first hit on it is a kill.
And Rodriguez, the new libero for this team, with the serve. Smart play by the setter, Sammy Mueller. Looked like she was just going to time the ball to set it up to one of her hitters, but just pokes it over.
Yeah, just a little pat over just to keep Rollins, like we said earlier, on their toes.
And it's all strategy sometimes. Set up for Houghton. We've seen Houghton with some strong hits. That time just a normal hit over, but off the fingertips of Rollins and able to work in the Spartans' favor.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to fake out the defense there by not hitting it with your full power, but she does get it over in the right position.
2-man block by the Spartans this time, and Spartans, a similar start to their second set, now up 4-1. And Sammy Mueller going for her second straight serve. Set up for Doxy on the left side and off, almost into the basketball hoop. But still in play. And great awareness by the Spartans to realize this ball was still in play. And a second chance, and it's good for Rollins.
So that was only worth 1 point, but I have a question. If Rollins somehow was able to make it into the hoop and it bounced in and they got a point off of it, should it be worth double? Should it be worth 2 points or 3 because they're behind the 3-point line?
Clay, I'll give them as many points because that would be amazing. And that would be on SportsCenter Top 10 Plays. And we'd be the ones broadcasting for it. Amazing.
Already get SportsCenter Top 10 on college? Man.
Hey, man. We all got goals, hopefully.
And a rare miss hit there by Houghton. Wow, she tried to get the power behind it and couldn't get it.
I believe that was Sorrel. Yeah, it was Houghton.
Yeah, she looked like it just hit off her right thumb and just went to the side.
Quick hit right there. Kamari Potter. And she only had one mindset on that one, is to spike it as hard as she possibly could.
Yeah, and that's Potter's second kill of the day, excuse me. And she only has 11 coming into this game, so.
But made a statement on that one. And a little short.
Another unforced error by Houghton.
Houghton, who was, you could argue, their best player in the first set or two, struggling so far in this third set, taking a taking a little bit of a break, and hopefully will come back.
Yeah, her and Fossler were definitely two of the most effective players on that Spartans team in the second set.
That one too strong in the cross shot attempt by Luma. That's Sarah Luma, who played at New Smyrna Beach High School and also played with one of her teammates here. Kamari Potter also played at the same high school.
And look at them, both of them on the court. You gotta love that when you talk with your friends in high school, saying, "All right, knowing that when you go to college, not everyone stays together, but look at." They get to stay together and play on the same court at the same time.
And they said, we had the success in high school, let's just keep it going over in the collegiate side. And now here comes Potter to serve. Potter, a freshman for this Tampa team. Set up for Jenkins. Keene looking for Jenkins again.
Oh my gosh. Some great rallying back and forth. That has the Tampa bench up and adamant, getting excited, cheering on that team after that huge spike and some great defense.
Katie McKeel buried that one. They'll give Potter her second straight serve attempt as they lead by 2, but short on that serve. And the point will go to Rollins. And she'll be taken out for Nicole Dominguez.
Yeah, Dominguez, the libero, she's been one of the main servers for this Tampa team today. So we'll see if they'll hand the duties back over to her.
And here comes Schlesman with the serve. Strong hit by Fossler, who has just been playing well in these last 2 sets.
Yeah, she has been just all the power that she can get out of that right arm, trying to just finish this game off.
Jump serve by the Spartans. Jenkinson doing a great job getting that kill attempt over the defender at the net's hands.
Yeah, that one went all the way into the back row of the bleachers here to the Rollins women's basketball team, and one of their players did catch it, and the team went wild.
She had to get the ball back, though. I guess we're not giving out souvenirs today, right, Clay?
Oh, unfortunately, it's one of the game balls. If it was a practice ball, she might be able to keep it.
That'll be an ace for Rollins. Off the hands of Marissa Beisner. And Sam Schlesman again, who's arguably been the player of the game so far for Rollins. But that time, too strong on the right side and just outside the white lines. And now Tampa will get a chance to serve. They're up by 1 as they lead 9-8.
Yeah, Rebecca Keene did have that ace for Rollins, and that was her 13th of the year.
That would be, Seda. A great attempt. Rolled over right there.
Yeah.
Full roll.
Got to do a barrel roll sometimes.
But I love the effort right there by Rollins.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of heart right now, showing that they want to win this set. They want to get back into this match.
And they're a team that has nothing to lose. Obviously not the way they wanted their season to go. A 4-19 record, 1-12 in the SSC right now. But we love how this team still plays with the heart that you mentioned and the positive energy and just the never give up mentality.
Yeah, especially when you're playing a powerhouse team like Tampa, you got to keep that mentality throughout the game. You want to be that team that makes the upset.
And they've put on a good performance so far. But Fossler, who seems like she's made no mistakes so far in the last few sets. This will be Dominguez again with the serve, studying pre-med over at the University of Tampa. Fletcher blocked at the net. Not quite able to make the diving attempt into the stats cast over there.
Yeah, that would have been pretty amazing. Luckily, no one was in that area, so there wouldn't have had to been a clear out. So,
and that play would have also made the top 10 Sports Center as well.
As we see another ball go into the net off of the service for Tampa. We did not see any in the first 2 sets, and now are they letting off the gas pedal just a little bit too much?
It seems like that's been happening to Tampa. They'll get a couple serves in a row, but it seems like they'll end their own momentum by hitting it short to the net, giving Rollins a chance to stay in this one. But Potter's trying to go back to Tampa. Quick hits every time.
Yeah, she has the power to send that ball to Tampa from here. So
Potter with her 3rd kill of the night, and here comes Mueller with the serve. Tampa up by 3. Keene set up for Schlesman. In the air. To Houghton. Will be Rollins' point. I thought maybe it was off the fingertips of Rollins, but the referee says no.
Nope, got their hands out of the way just in time, letting the ball go out. And they've been able to do that a few times, ducking out of the way, moving out of the way to get a point.
Jump serve by Lena Meyer, but too strong.
Yeah, she hit that one on the full ball, wasn't able to get too much above it to allow it to come down in time.
And here comes Houghton, the serve. Houghton, a sophomore for this team. You heard us say her name a lot tonight. It's because she leads the team in kills. It's been one of their main offensive presence. A stretch right there by the Spartans, not enough. And Rollins keeping this 3rd set close, similar to how they did in the 1st set.
Yeah, they're keeping the fighting spirit in there. It goes a little bit. They lose a little bit of ground. They gain a little bit of ground. They haven't quite been able to catch up fully and tie the game yet, but they're getting really close.
1 point at a time, and Fletcher setting up for Jenkins. A far hit, but gets it over. Jenkins doing a great job adjusting. Having hit that one a few feet farther than she usually is accustomed to having to do.
Yeah, as we said earlier, though, no games are worth 2 points, unfortunately.
It looks like Rollins touched the net on that possession.
Yeah, just a little bit too anxious there. You don't want to be too early on it. You have to get just the right timing. They weren't able to get it there.
Absolutely. No contact allowed again for a player hit the net, and that point will go to Tampa. Serving for Tampa will be, it looks like, a lefty for their team. Jen Buemeyer. Jenkins to the left side.
We've seen a lot of athleticism out here today. We saw another one there with Beisner.
We're sorry for butchering your name this whole broadcast.
Yes, we are very sorry, but she rolled over there on her head. She did a little bit of a...
Yeah, there's a lot of diving plays tonight, Clay.
Yeah, it's been a...
I thought we might be watching a World Series, it looks like, with all these diving plays. A little baseball.
Yeah, we know I know you want to get there, Tyler. Don't worry.
Yeah, just a quick shout out to my Boston Red Sox who are playing in the World Series right now. Can't wait to see them beat the Dodgers, hopefully in a clean sweep, but should be a fun series.
I think it goes 7.
It's probably, I'll say 6. But I'll hope for 4.
You hope for 4 in your heart, but your head wants 6 just because you want to see more great baseball, as we're seeing more great volleyball here.
Not to get off sidetrack, but 6 means with Red Sox we get to win at home at Fenway, so in front of the home crowd, what's better than that?
I would not want to see that as a Yankee fan, as we saw a little nice just tip over there for Tampa to get the point.
You see Coach Chris Catanach talking to his team, just telling them to stay poised, stay calm as they can win this 3rd set right here and take this match. Up by 3 right now, 17-14. Great decision by Keene, hit with the left hand. And too strong by Luma.
Yeah, Rollins only 2 behind, but Tampa is only 8 points away from locking this match down.
And just when it seems like Tampa's going on a little run, Rollins just seems to keep creeping back in.
Yeah, they've seemed to be very good at stopping the momentum of them this set.
And that was a great adjustment right there by Tirado and Jenkins. Seeing Potter likes to go for those quick hits, they were able to set up for that block right there. But that point will still go to Tampa as they lead by 3.
And we see Houghton come back into the game, with them edging closer to that win. They want her to just close that gap.
Here's Sarah Luma with the serve. Set up for Tirado, but through the hands of Potter, and the point will go to Rollins. Only down by 2 now here in the 3rd set. Again, Tampa took the first 2 sets. First set 28-26, while the 2nd set was them winning 25-12. And Madison Jenkins over the net. And Houghton is back.
Good defense there. They had a two-man wall, but unable to get it past. Excuse me. They were unable to get it tipped it to the correct man.
And that time Tampa went to Katie McNeil on that second hit. And we saw in the first set they would go to Houghton 2-3 times, but this time with Houghton struggling this 3rd set, they're trying other options with like McNeil.
Yeah, they're trying to just use her as a decoy, but knowing that she still has that power.
Here's Doxy with the left hand, and that's good. But the referee says, looks like she hit the net. And we have an injury. Looks like it's Houghton. And coach coming over to her. Both the head coach and the assistant coach. As the gym goes silent. And both teams will retreat to their own huddles. Tough break if you're Tampa.
Yeah, you don't want to lose a player of that caliber off your team when you're trying to close out a game only 5 points away.
Not just for this game. You hope she's all right because Tampa's going to make a playoff run this year. Houghton, obviously a player we've talked a lot about this season. And just in this match, as one of the main offensive presence. You hope she's all right.
As she gets up and hears a raucous clap from the crowd.
And we'll see if that's the end of her night here at Rollins.
Yeah, I wouldn't take any risks.
She's being escorted to the bench by her head coach and assistant coach. Tampa up right now 20-16. They have a 4-point lead in the 3rd set. If they win this set, the match will be over. And that will be decided when the first team goes to 25.
Winning by 2 points.
Winning by 2 points if it gets to that, as we saw in the first set. And now for Tampa, this almost gives them as a sense of motivation to win this match now for their teammate, Houghton.
Yeah, when you see a player go down like that, it gives you a little boost of energy, wanting to play for them, wanting to get this win.
A new sense of purpose. Sometimes games get stagnant. And now Dominguez will get a chance to lead the Spartans. Rodriguez set up for Doxy. Too strong in that left-hand spike attempt. And now the points dwindling away for Rollins. And it'll be a timeout by Coach Robinson. As she'll look to tell her team to regroup.
And fans, you can now make an impact for a Rollins student athlete by donating to the Rollins Athletic Fund. Your gift to the Rollins Athletic Fund is the most important way you can provide assistance to our student athletes and ensures the financial stability and competitive success for Rollins Athletics for years to come. Get more information on how you can make your gift, visit RollinsSports.com and then click the gift tab.
We see Coach Robinson right now talking to her team, Clay. What do you think she's telling her team right now?
She's telling them 5 points is very small. were able to do that. They had a lot of success early in sets, and if they can continue to do that in this set, they should be able to close the gap.
Well, it looks like Nicole Dominguez is looking to end this, send them back to Tampa sooner rather than later, and she'll get a chance for her third straight serve attempt. Again, Houghton went down for Tampa at the 2015 mark. And they'll try to look to win this game without her. That time, Katie McNeil. Doxy with the push shot.
Yeah, that was great placement by her. Potter just had her hands a little bit more slanted than she wanted to, and it kind of rolled down her forearm down to the ground.
Well, it was a great adjustment by Doxy because she saw the two-man block coming, but really just pushed that shot to the left a little bit, and easy point for Rollins. And here's Rodriguez. Set up for Fletcher. Great dig right there by Marley Johnson, but finished off though by the Spartans. And now 3 points away. And here comes Sammy Mueller.
Yeah, that was Johnson's 25th dig on the season. And something to note for this Rollins team, we saw Rodriguez become the libero in this third set.
You hear the communication right now by Rollins, but blocked by Potter. Sent backwards to Mueller. And just a little too short. Again, maximum of 3 hits allowed. And just too short to get that one over by Mueller.
Yeah, Rollins having a never say die attitude right now. Only 4 points away from tying the set.
And here comes Linda Meyer, who seems to be always involved when Rollins is about to make a run.
Yeah, being the catalyst for them, she has a big impact on it.
And that ball almost to us. Not quite.
About another 6 or 7 rows.
Thought about making a diving attempt, but thought it wouldn't be good for the broadcast, Clay.
No, it wouldn't have. We have a very expensive camera next to us.
We do. And now Spartans down, only needing 2 more points. A joust at the net. Still in play. And it'll be set up for Fletcher.
Rodriguez couldn't quite get under that one the way she wanted it. Hit off only her right arm and sent to the right side. As Rollins takes a timeout as they are at match, as Tampa is at match point.
And it's down to the wire. Again, regardless of the outcome, it's been a great effort by both teams. I've been really impressed, and it's just been a fun match for us to broadcast and fun match for us fans to enjoy.
Yeah, and something I'm noticing right now with the 2 teams in the timeout, neither team is doing their traditional setup of when they're talking during a timeout. Tampa huddled around their player who went down, and Rollins kind of in a more split up area as they now form a huddle. And do you think they're doing that in support of their teammate Tampa is?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're ready to win this match for her, and they're 1 point away from doing so. I think both teams just want to get back on the court right now, quick timeout, and see what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
You see Tampa done with their timeout, already on the court, and here comes Rollins. Trying to still keep this set and match alive, but it'll be up to Melissa Elias, and she has a potential chance for a game winner.
A game-winning ace? That would be a match-winning ace, I'm sorry. That'd be a pretty nice way to end the night for if you're a Tampa fan.
Here's Elias with the serve. Keen set up for Schlesman, and he'll keep it alive.
Schlesman does not want this to end as she continues to get her 10th kill of the night.
And Seda will look to keep the streak alive for Rollins. 1 point at a time. That's the mentality right now. That's what Coach Robinson's preaching.
Yeah, she's going to want to get this more over the ball if she wants.
Good serve by Seda. They're setting up. Blocked at the net. Again, to make heel, and it'll be good right inside the white line. And Tampa will win this match 3-0. A great effort by both teams, but Tampa will win this one on the road.
Yeah, great first and third set by Rollins. It's just the unforced errors were the ones that caused them to lose this game, unfortunately. They just hit the ball into the net too many times, miss hits while trying to block to save the ball. It's just things did not go the right way tonight.
A well-coached performance by both coaches for both teams, but Tampa will win this one in 3 sets. Again, the first set, Tampa won 28-26 in overtime. Second set, a little different, winning 25-12. But this third set, another competitive one, 25-19. Just not enough for Rollins, as they'll drop this one. And Rollins will fall to 4-20 on the season, while Tampa will extend their record to 24-1.
18-game win streak for Tampa now. 18 match.
Unbelievable. Rollins will be back here at Warden Arena this Friday. They'll be broadcast by our good friend Adrian Donnelly with Dean Wilson. For this broadcast, I'm Tyler Boronsky with my analyst Clay Schrager. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.